Well, I've been working on my gnomes and they're okay. Here's one of them. Then you could put something on the back to hang him from the tree with, or put him on a package. And then here's another one. I crocheted like a little flower for his head. You can put any little flower, just leave it plain, or put any little pine cone, flower, twig, whatever you want on the hat. So what I started with was toilet paper roll, and I cut off, maybe around that much. And then I cut a bunch of strips. I think I made these a little too short. This is about maybe 8 inches, and they should probably be more like 10 or 12 because I think this is going to be too short. But you kind of fold them in half and stick the loop inside, and then put these ends through the loop and just pull it over. Sticks sometimes. Pull it tight. This is going to be your hat when you're done. So I'll finish putting this around and then I'll show you the next step. All right, I got these all around. You want to get them as tight as you can so you can't see the cardboard. Then I have another little piece. What you're going to do is you're going to take these and stuff them through the other side. I'm not sure I made these long enough, but we'll see if we can make it work. You just want them kind of all to be hanging down. Then you're going to take it and tie this other little piece around the top. I have to do that down here because I need to set it on my knee or on a table or whatever. Oop, missed one. Get in there, you. Yep. See, I missed one. So got a couple hanging out. I have to take it off and do it again. Gotta make sure you get them all in there. And I didn't. Okay, let's try this again. It's going to look like this. These are the 2 pieces I tied. I'm going to cut those off, and then I'm going to trim this down so it looks more like a little fluff ball top knotty thing. Scissors. Got scissors here somewhere. Oops. Where'd you go, scissors? There they are. I dropped them on the floor. Okay. Alrighty, we're gonna cut these little pieces off. See, it's still, I didn't really make it long enough. You want the hat part to be longer, but I didn't do that, so we'll just use this as an example of what not to do. Yeah, that's not too bad. Would have been better if it was a little taller. So I would say make them more like 12 inches or so. I'm kind of pulling some up that didn't, see, I didn't get pulled up right here, so I'm trying to find those ones and pull them up. They're down here somewhere. Well, this one was kind of a fail because I didn't make it long enough. But I wanted to show you how to do it, even if I didn't do it exactly right. Get the general gist of how it's supposed to be. These need to be cut off again because I pulled some of them up. Because you want more of that puffball feeling, not the raggedy, scraggly feeling that I've got here. There we go. Not too bad. Could be better. But you get the idea how to do it. Just make it so this part's longer when you do it. See how much taller mine is? I just didn't make it long enough. Made it about half as long as it should have been. Alrighty, I will start on the beard and show you how to do that one in a sec. So to do the beard, I'm making, this is like a book that's about 10 inches maybe. And I wrapped it around 30 times-ish. Now I'm going to slide it off, and I'm only going to cut one side so it's nice and long. If I can get it. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut through one side of the loops. You'll end up making this shorter, but after the hat, I'd rather have it too long than too short. Okay, then we're going to take it and tie it. Get this back lined up. Missed cutting one in half. Somehow. There we go. So we're going to take it and tie it in half at the center point. Okay, this is going to be our beard. As you can see, it's way too long. I was over cautious after last time, because we're going to put this in here and glue it in. But before we do that, we're going to trim it down quite a bit, and then we're going to comb it. Okay, I got a little panicked after the hat, so I made it way too long. You don't need it near as long as I did. Maybe 6 inches, well, 12 inches, and then cut it, you know, fold it in half so that the beard itself is maybe 6 inches or less. This is probably less than 6 inches. It's probably more like 4 inches, but because I made this hat so small, it may still be too long. It's still pretty long. Maybe I'll cut a little bit more off to about there. Now, if I would have made the hat as big as I made this one, this would have been about right. But I made that hat too small, so we're gonna adjust. I told you I was kind of clumsy at things. So I'm showing you what to do and what not to do all at the same time. Okay, I got a bag down here I'm cutting little pieces of yarn into because I didn't do that before and I had little pieces of yarn all over my house. I still do, I have to vacuum. Pick most of it up by hand, but there's still little pieces everywhere. Okay. These aren't the best cutting scissors in the world. I want it to be kind of even. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, let's see if I can move stuff over and get my phone and off of the thing. Okay, I tried putting this down on a table and showing you, but I couldn't comb it and do it and hold the camera at the same time. So you're gonna just kind of break this up a little bit, comb it, and you just do that for quite a while and see how it's starting to get kind of curly looking. You're just gonna keep doing that till you get a look that you'll like. Then, once you have it where you like it, you're gonna take your, I'm not gonna totally glue it, but you're gonna take your glue gun and glue this in. We'll just kind of shove it in there for now. And then we're gonna take one of these little beads and glue that on for a little nose. And then you can trim this up better, put a little something on the hat. He's not quite done. I'll probably make him a better hat before I finish him and trim his beard up a little. But that's the general look of it all. Get that up a little higher, there we go. And there's your little Gnome. See, pretty easy if you do it right, which I didn't the first time. So the beard, these I would say maybe 8 inches long and then fold it in half so you have 4 inches. But this needs to be a lot longer, like maybe 12 inches when you're looping it through, because I made this way too small. And then just whatever you want to put on it. I took a floral pick and cut off a couple of these tips and one of these little pine cones for this guy. And then for this guy, I crocheted a little flower and put a little bead in there in the middle of the flower. So these two came out pretty good. The one I was showing you, not so much. But you get the general idea. So I bought 3 colors of yarn. I bought some black because I might use black for some trim or something. I bought white and red, which you could just get by with just the white and red. I did see some other ways to do it where you could add a body and feet. And that's what I was going to use the black part for. But then I decided these were way easier and I could knock a bunch of these out really quickly for like present toppers or whatever. So I'm not sure how much I'll use the black. I might use the black a little bit, maybe make a black hat and put like little red holly berries on it or something. Don't know for sure, but there you go. There's my Gnome. He's not the best work I ever done, but he's kind of cute. Last year I think I made a gnome last year. You can go back, if you go back and look around this time last year. And then I think the year before I made some snowmen out of socks. Those were super easy. So I've done some different little Christmas crafts. You can go back, if you search far enough back, you can find them. Because they're on YouTube somewhere in YouTube land. All right, love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I started this out in red, but it was too short this way. So these strings are 12 inches. So after you loop it around, it ends up about 6. Because the other one, I made it and the hat's just too small. So I redid it in black just because I hadn't done a black one before. So you take it and after you string it all on there, you take it and shove it through the other side, kind of pat it all out. So this is going to be the brim of your hat, and then you're going to tie a string around about 2/3 of the way up. Gotta tie it down here where on my knee so I can have something to sit it on. Okay, now this part here, you want to cut this down quite a bit to make it be like a fluff ball. Okay. Got a bag down here to catch my drippings, so to speak, from what I cut off. Because I was just cutting it on a table or whatever, and then I got an overhead fan and it was blowing yarn. I'm finding little pieces of yarn all over my house. So I'm trying to cut it down into a trash bag and make it less of a mess. I'm gonna have to get the vacuum out soon and vacuum all this mess up. There we go. So there's a little, might cut that down a little more, but you can put a cotton ball in here to make it hold its shape a little better if you want. Then the next step is the beard. I put a clip in there where I showed you how to do the beard. And then we're gonna glue this in, but for now I'm just kind of shoving it in there. You kind of put this inside the hat and stick a little bead on for his nose. Oh, I'm gonna trim that. That's definitely not even. And the more you comb it with a comb, the more it gets this this curly look to it. So if you like that curly look, you're gonna want to comb it more. And then I'm probably gonna put a little something up here. I don't know. I could make a little flower, or I could put like a little piece of this greenery up there. I haven't decided. I asked my grandson if he wanted one. He said he wouldn't use it, but his girlfriend's dad collects gnomes, so I'll probably give it to him to give to the girlfriend's dad. Still crooked. Well, we'll get him fixed up a little better, but anyway, that's the general gist of what he's gonna look like. Well, we don't want him to have a nostril, there we go. And so it's pretty easy, just take your time and do it right. First one I made was just way too small. So I'm gonna tack this on the end so you can see how it's really supposed to look. Alrighty, that's it for Gnome.